Hey guys, it's Danny. Alrighty, today we're gonna pot up the big Angraecum that I received from one of my viewers. So the first thing that I did was to let it soak very well in a bucket of water. And this is because it has quite a lot of medium around its roots and I need to remove all of it. I will be repotting it in inorganic medium. If you know my channel, you know that I switched everything to this medium and there can be no organic medium in the new pot. So I will destroy some roots. I know from the get-go that I will, but soaking it will make the roots more flexible and the damage will be minimized to some extent. Not eliminated sadly, but minimized. So he's been soaking for half an hour and now it's time to remove the medium from the roots. Okay, so as far as I can tell, the roots are pretty attached to this medium and it's gonna be really hard to remove parts of it, but I will try to be gentle as much as possible and damage the roots as less as possible. Sphagnum moss actually comes out pretty easy, but the pieces of bark, they're tricky. So the best thing to do is just take my time and just wiggle the pieces until they actually come out. So sometimes when you have a very attached root, you can actually break the bark around it rather than try to unstick. It sometimes gives good results, but sometimes it doesn't work. And there we go, we've actually removed almost all the bark. So I'll just go ahead and do the same procedure for everything. I'll come back in 2 days. And we're back. This is approximately an hour later. I hope I did a good job, but it's the best I could do. So I did damage a few roots, although less than I was expecting actually. However, because I did damage so many roots, I'm just gonna use some hydrogen peroxide, 3% on the roots. This will limit some fungal infections, and also if I have any snails, they're gonna die because of the hydrogen peroxide. So let's just spray this very, very well. Okay, so for this orchid I chose a 21 centimeter pot. Yes, it's that big. And of course an organic medium. I made a mixture of hydroton and seramis. More hydroton than seramis, but I just feel that hydroton alone is not really enough, particularly for Angraecums. They're a little different than vandas in my opinion. Anyway, so here is the mixture and now let's try to place the orchid inside. So I think I got the level right, and this orchid is sitting on its own. So now I'm just gonna place medium around it. Don't fall. There is a high chance she's gonna fall over my camera. If this happens, don't freak out. Okay, wish I had more hands for this, but I'm just gonna pour medium in the pot around the roots, and it's again gonna take 2 days. And here we have him in all his glory, and just to give you an idea, this is how big he is. So alrighty, I was saying that I don't want to use only hydrogen because I feel that Angraecums are not that drought tolerant. So I want to address it because somebody was actually mentioning this in the top most drought tolerant orchids video that I made. If you missed it, you're going to see it on the screen in an info card, so you can visit it if you missed it. So I have the Angraecum sesquipedale, which happens to be his dad, and he really doesn't appreciate me forgetting to water him, more so than a vanda orchid. If I miss 1 or 2 days of watering, the roots will get shriveled instantly. Also, I noticed some shriveling on the leaves on the sesquipedale. Now, I am not sure if all Angraecums are the same. There might be some that are more tolerant. However, being that this is a hybrid of the one I just mentioned, I really don't want to water him too often. You can see he has some shriveling of the leaves as well due to transport. So yeah, I just don't consider these guys to be absolutely drought tolerant. I've seen better than this actually. This doesn't mean, however, that they don't like a lot of ventilation and quite coarse medium and so on. It just means you shouldn't forget to water them for 5 or 7 days, because they're not going to appreciate it really. I hope you enjoyed the repotting of my monster orchid. If you'd like to stay up to date and watch more orchid videos from me, simply subscribe to my channel. You'll see the button somewhere on the screen. I post on a daily basis. Also, if you have questions or suggestions for videos, just leave me a comment down below and I'll get back to you or make a video for you. If you ever want to send me a letter or an orchid or a drawing, just do so at the address you see somewhere on the screen or in the description below. The camera is actually in front of me, so I'm not sure where I'm pointing. Anyway, if you click on the left side of your screen, you're gonna be directed to orchidnature.com, where you'll find care sheets, identification sheets, and also you can talk to us in the forum section. And on the right side of your screen, you can click to watch another orchid video. Thank you for joining. I'll see you all next time. Bye!